Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to my channel, Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing in that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this pick a card tarot reading, we are going to be finding out who will fall in love with you next. Oh my God, this is going to be so interesting, y'all. Now, this is someone who's going to fall in love with you. Now, whether or not you fall in love with them back, or whether or not they ever share their feelings with you, or whether you reciprocate it and accept it, I think that's going to be TBD, to be determined. But let's find out more about this individual who's going to fall in love with you next. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be juicy. So here is the first heart. You can take a closer look at this image here and see if it resonates with you. This is the second heart. So go ahead and take a look and see if this image resonates with you. And here is the third heart. Take a close look at this one and see if this resonates or calls to you. Now, of course, if more than one of these hearts calls to you, hey, we are abundant people, and that could just mean there's more than one person that's going to be falling in love with you, okay? So just trust your gut and trust your instincts here and listen to whichever reading or readings call to you the most, and I'll see you there. Timestamps are down below in the description box. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading where we are finding out today who will fall in love with you next. So for those of you that were drawn to this first heart here, let me know in the comments down below and let me know where you're tuning in from. Let's get into your reading. So this, I haven't actually seen this come out in another reading before, and I love how most of it is white here and it has this yin-yang symbol up there on the top. So let's see what it says on the back. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Ooh, this is really, really interesting. So what I'm sensing for many of you is this person that you're going to fall in love with next, or who's going to fall in love with you next is someone that is, it's really interesting because it's going to be this mix of this person that really knows how to get under your skin, get on your last nerve, but at the same time, there's this like undeniable attraction and chemistry between the two of you. It makes me think of some of those love tropes in stories, almost like Pride and Prejudice. Have any of you ever watched Pride and Prejudice or even read the book? I mean, I've watched it in different iterations, like TV show, movie, but I've never read the book. I probably should actually. But in any case, I love that story with Darcy and, oh my God, I can't remember the female lead, her name. I think it begins with an E. Emily? Oh, anyways. Clearly I don't have that story as memorized as I thought I did. But, they really like argue with each other and get on each other's nerves, but it's one of those instances where you get on each other's nerves because there's not an understanding between the two of you. Like the communication sometimes is like a little bit off, and so the relationship is very prone to misunderstanding, and from the misunderstanding comes this frustration, irritation, and annoyance until things are cleared up, okay? Until you have a chance to communicate clearly and find out the truth of what is going on, what they meant by what they said, why they did what they did, that kind of thing. And I think this is just like, this is such a dynamic and interesting person. And your relationship, again, whether or not you reciprocate their feelings, the relationship you guys have is so fascinating, to be honest, because the thing is, it seems so clear to everyone around you that this person likes you, that this person has fallen in love with you. But to you, you're just like, I don't even know what you're seeing. Like, this person is so annoying. Like, we could never be together. Like, I cannot see myself with this person. Like, it just doesn't even make sense. That's how it's going to be at the beginning, of course. Now, will that change? I guess that's gonna be up to you, isn't it? And them as well. Now, another thing that I'm getting here too is what's beautiful about your relationship is, again, you really, oops, balance each other out here. And so, where maybe you find some weakness within your abilities or your skill sets, this person makes up for it, and vice versa. And so, in a sense, like together, it's like you guys are a complete package, like all bases are covered here. Not that you aren't both complete in and of yourself as it is, but if what's coming to my mind, which is so funny, is if it's like, if there is a relay race or if there is some kind of trivia night, like if this person is good at one topic, they're not as good as the other at another topic, you're going to be good at that other topic. Okay. And so you kind of cover the bases there. Or maybe, I'm thinking like with a marathon, if this person's a great swimmer and you're not, you're a great cyclist. So it's like you would do that part of the relay kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So very, very interesting how that stuff is coming through here. Now let's take a look at some astrology because I love me some astrology here. I post those new moon and full moon videos every month. And when we talk about relationships, I just love going into birth charts and sun signs just to give you some idea of their personality, okay? And some insight as to who they are. So we'll do one more shuffle and let's find out more about this person who's going to be falling in love with you next. So we have Midheaven, Pinnacle. Ooh, interesting. We have Mercury, Messages. And Saturn, Structure. Oh my gosh. Okay, so lots of things coming through about this person already. So first of all, with this person has achieved a lot in their life already, and they're actually quite wealthy. I see as a definite potential for many of you. This person is very well off in life. They worked really, really hard to get where they are. And the results show, right? They are like living really, really well. And what I'm getting, kind of true to the Pride and Prejudice kind of storyline here is that there's a part of you that's really kind of annoyed by the amount of wealth and success that they have, okay? It's almost like maybe you might even be prone to making some assumptions, let me speak English for y'all, and judgment about their character and their personality and their beliefs because of how they appear to the rest of the world, and there's actually more to this person than maybe you're gonna be willing to give them credit for in the beginning, okay? So maybe just be a little light on your judgments and assumptions when you meet people moving forward because you never know who this person is going to show up to be in your life, okay? So they have a lot of success. I'm sensing too that they come from success, all right? So part of it is inherited, but what you and maybe some other people are taking for granted about this person is that they also had to work really hard to get to where they are, okay? Like, yeah, they were given a lot more opportunities than maybe some other people here in the world, perhaps even the majority of people here in the world, right? But that doesn't mean that they didn't work hard to keep it or they didn't work hard to build on it even more, okay? This person is also very, very disciplined, is what I'm sensing here. They have a routine and they like structure. And what could be the source of your annoyance and misunderstanding with this person is they are just so rigid. Like I said, they love that routine. They like things done a certain way. It's kind of like creates security in their life, is what I'm hearing. Is it makes them feel comfortable because what I'm getting is underneath it all, they're actually quite anxious and they feel so much pressure in their life, the pressure to do great, the pressure to be successful. Like, it's like, I don't know why, like the hit maker came out in my head and it's making me think of all these music producers where it's like you produce one hit and then you're expected to produce another hit, the next song that you come out with, and on and on and on and on. It's like hit after hit after hit after hit. And it's like, well, someone can't get a perfect score all the time. And so there's going to be a point where they fall short of their goals. And in and of that, there's going to be a lesson for them, of course, but that's what they fear, is this failure. So they work super duper hard, and they're like insanely focused when it comes to their work. And in fact, they could probably even be seen as like a workaholic. Okay. And it's because they just see this as such a big part of their identity. And it's also a big responsibility for them as well, because their wealth is not just theirs alone. You know, if they own a business, the wealth that the business generates is for the employees, it's for the staff. Maybe they're even helping to support some of their family members financially. And so they do have a lot of pressure here to perform well consistently. And you know, that might be a source of conflict for you as well, where this person maybe, this is so interesting. Maybe they're that type of person that's like always on their phone, checking emails, texting, taking phone calls, right? Doing FaceTime, Zoom conference meetings and things like that, because they're just that busy. And it's almost like to someone on the outside, it's like, wow, this person is so rude. We're supposed to be having lunch together, we're supposed to be having dinner together, and they can't even look up from their phone and have a conversation with me, right? It's kind of like that type of energy is coming from them. But again, it's all really a misunderstanding, and that's where this Mercury messages come in. Now, at the time I'm recording this video, Mercury is still in retrograde, and so when Mercury is in retrograde, what it speaks to on like the surface level is a lot of misunderstandings, like you saying things you didn't mean to say, or people misinterpreting what you meant when you said something, and maybe they're taking it offensively, or maybe they're not taking it as seriously, whatever the case may be. So that's on the surface level, is misunderstanding. But underneath that is really this calling to be very mindful of how you say things, and to be very in tune and very sensitive to communication, both verbal and non-verbal, okay? And definitely think through what you want to say and make sure that it comes out how you intended it, versus just like word vomiting all over the place, like bah, and then getting people upset and offended. And so that's really the core of this relationship that you have. Again, maybe you're going to be coworkers, colleagues, acquaintances, friends. Maybe this person might even ask you out, and that's how you meet them, kind of thing. But it's really that, you know, to start it all off, there's this huge learning curve for the both of you to really understand each other's communication style and understand each other's personality, so that when they say or do something, you don't take it the wrong way. And same for you, of course, like they're trying to understand you as well. So, oh my God, it feels like a romance movie or something like that right now, and I am living for it. Oh my gosh, I am living for it. Okay, let's find out more about them. Let's kind of find out more about their heart with these cards here. Like, what's in their heart? Oh, okay. Spirit was like, don't do that. All right, so we'll do one more like this, and this one is kind of that way, so we're gonna take it. And we have awakening, realization, progress, your twin is waking to your connection. Interesting. Receive, open-minded, abundant, ready. It's time. It's your time to receive. We have release, loosen your hold, relax, unwind, release fear, anxiety, and doubt. Regret, remorse, life regrets, loss, start making empowered choices. Oh my gosh, wow, this is something else. So this goes beyond just what's in their heart and romance. For when it comes to like love, like romance love, I mean, this just speaks to their heart energy in general. So this person is very, very giving, and that's one of their love languages, is to do things for people and to buy things for people. So gift giving and acts of service are really big ways that they express that they value you, that they care about you, okay? And what I'm hearing as well is like quality time is something that that they don't have a lot to give of. So they try to compensate for it by giving people gifts, giving people things, and doing things for people. And it's not so much like necessarily they're the ones doing it. It's kind of like they'll get you a massage so that someone else will massage you and help you feel relaxed. They'll buy you dinner, like someone else cooks the dinner and then serves it to you, kind of thing. So it's not that they're the one cooking or giving you the massage, it's that they can like pay for other people to do that for you and really pamper you and shower you with affection in that form. Now, what I'm seeing here too with this awakening, release, and regret is this person, like, when they fall in love with you, again, like you may have met them, you may not have met them yet, but when they're falling in love with you, since that's the context of this reading, they're going through this awakening, okay? They're starting to see and take maybe more seriously than they had before what things are not working for them in their life, okay, and how they really view themselves and the kind of pressure that they put on themselves and how it can maybe be harmful for them and their energies, okay, and they're really starting to examine that so much more closely. They're going through this awakening about their behavior, their patterns of thinking and behaving and existing. And they're starting to pick apart, like, oh, it doesn't go so well when I say this or do this to somebody, right? Maybe I need to learn how to be a little bit softer, or maybe I need to even just take 15 minutes to put my phone on silent and put it out of sight and just have eye to eye contact and have a conversation where I'm fully present with a person, right? Again, whether it's you, a friend, a family member, like they're starting to see these things here. And what I'm hearing is they also had a couple of things happen. So this is a general reading, so different things are going to apply to different people that are viewing this one. But one is that they actually fell in love with somebody before and they tried to make it work. But again, they were focused so hard on their success, on their career, that they didn't give this person time, and that person really couldn't take it and they left them. And it was a big regret in their life because they truly loved and cared for this person. And it's what I'm hearing is that connection is gone, right? There's not really a chance for reconciliation there. I'm hearing for a lot of people that person has moved on and is in a relationship with someone else now, a committed one. And so this person can't win them back. So there is regret there. Now, there's another energy coming through as well, if that one doesn't apply, that this person is experienced failure once before. And that failure cost them a lot. And there's a lot of regret because they're in their head, they're replaying that scenario. Like, what if I did it this way? What if I did that instead of this? And I was just too slow there. I should have done something. I should have acted more decisively and more quickly. And, it led to a failure. But again, it was important for them to go through that failure so that they could learn and overcome, right? And rise above it. But they still have regret over how that played out. So I'm hearing one of those two scenarios here. And with release, it's really about releasing this regret that they had about this thing that went down, about this love situation of the past. And, I'm also hearing that they're afraid that they're going to mess up again. Okay. And so part of it is that their heart is a little bit closed off at times, and that helps them when it comes to work because there's no distractions there. But at the same time, the price is it really pulls away from their heart. And they're releasing this belief that it's like they have to have one or the other, success or love and romance, and they can have both. So there's a lot of reprogramming happening in their life, and oh my gosh, I'm really hearing that you're part of this lesson for them on opening up, okay, loosening the reins and that need for control so much, and really going with the flow, but also allowing love to come back into their life. Okay, now I feel it's really up in the air on whether or not there's going to be a mutual attraction here. Of course, that's up to you, my dear. If once you identify this person, if you feel like there's someone you want to get involved with. But in any case, whether or not you choose to return their feelings, this is a big step for them. So you're really helping them open up their heart more than it had been before meeting you or before falling in love with you. Oh my God, that's really beautiful. That is so beautiful. Okay, let's find out more about this person. So this is kind of like a wild portion of the reading here. We're going to just see what comes through with the tarot and what more spirit can tell us about this person that's going to fall in love with you next. Oh, I'm curious to see what this is. I do love me some wild cards. All right, so let's cut this deck like so. I feel like that was kind of like from a cooking channel, like a cooking show. Next, add in the Star Spinner Tarot. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords, Four of Swords, ooh, Ten of Coins, Queen of Wands, and the Lovers. Oh, wow, of course, when it comes to a love reading, like you definitely want to be seeing this Lovers card pop out. You know what I'm saying? So definitely this person is head over heels over you. I sense a soulmate type of connection here. And again, soulmates, the way I interpret it is that a soulmate is anybody that you have a really deep and profound connection with that's very strong, okay? And it can sometimes take on friendship, mentorship, or I guess student or protege. It can take on a family member, or it can be a lover. So it's just someone you have a really, really deep connection with, okay? And so again, I say that just because, not that this person's a family member that's going to fall in love with you next. It's not that. But again, whether or not you choose to accept this person is going to be up to you, okay? And here with the Queen of Wands, this person is very, very passionate and they stand their ground. You know, they fight for what they believe in here. And if they believe in their business, they believe in their success, they're gonna fight like tooth and nail for it. They're going to work hard and give it their all. And the same thing goes for a relationship. So when this person falls in love, they fall hard. It's not that they fall in love often, okay? They're not like a Libra, like myself sometimes, although this isn't me anymore, but it's like they're not in love with love, all right? They're not like a player, although I don't know, maybe you kind of think they are from the beginning, right? Because they have all this wealth and success, and so maybe you're projecting onto them like, oh, people love wealth and success, so you have so many admirers, you get your pick, and you're probably like hooking up with all of them. Like, I don't know what your thought is. I shouldn't actually put anything into your mind or into your mouth, but in any case, this person is very passionate about what they believe in, whether that's a relationship or their job, and they really give it their all. And they're very charismatic. I guess that's a huge testament to their success. Maybe you can't see how charismatic they are because, again, maybe when you first meet, you're going to find them kind of annoying or irritating for whatever reason, but they're actually very charismatic and alluring. And they have a very magnetic personality. I'm feeling that they know how to command attention, and like when they walk into a room, people notice, okay? Now, 10 of Coins here, again, a lot of success here. I'm hearing too with the 10 of Coins, with this cute old man with this cute doggy dog, is that they really care about their family, whether that's their birth family or their chosen family. It's a very big part of their life. You know, I was saying earlier that perhaps that they have that pressure for success because their success also serves those closest to them. It benefits those people closest to him as well. And so family is a big part of their life. Not so clear if they want a family of their own or if they have one, like if they have children kind of thing. But regardless, I guess, you know, there's there's several options here since this is a general reading for those of you watching this particular heart reading. But regardless, family is a big role here. Now, what I'm seeing here with this is a couple of things with this one. So either you meet them or your paths cross when they're on vacation. Well, vacation, as much of a vacation as a workaholic can take, right? Or they're in this space of reflection. Okay, so maybe they're not like resting like on vacation, but they're taking some time out to take stock of their life, integrate, really like, okay, where am I at now? Where's my life headed? How are things going? Am I really happy? That's part of the energy that they're in. Again, kind of looking at this release and regret, it's like re-examining things and this reflection, this contemplation energy. And here, this Six of Swords is really talking about this shift in their life where they're choosing, the Lover's card comes out in that way, they're choosing to shift their mindset, change things, change the way they've been doing things when it comes to running and organizing their life, like what we talked about earlier. Now, what do I see here as a whole? Oh, interesting. So we have 2 sixes here and this 4. So it's like there's this reverse image here. So they're looking at themselves in the mirror and they're really choosing and deciding, like, hey, who am I going to be moving forward now? It's like they're at a crossroads in their life. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's like, this V here is like a fork. An X, ooh, crossroads. They're at this crossroads in their life, making a choice of how they want to exist moving forward. And I'm hearing that because they've fallen in love with you, that's going to be a big part to play in this transformation into the new person that they're becoming and leaving the past behind. Wow, this was such a very interesting reading. I liked it so much. So card number 1, if you enjoyed it as well, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, if you want to go another reading, there's a link right up there. Now, for those of you that want to go a lot deeper than just the tarot cards and you want to learn more about your spiritual awakening, you need some coaching, you need some guidance, you need some help with law of attraction and manifestation, I encourage you to schedule a discovery call with me. The link to my Calendly is down in the description box below, and let's see if we're a good match and I can help you along that journey. So I look forward to connecting with you. And for everyone else, I'm sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. For those of you that were drawn to this second heart over here, let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know where you're tuning in from, all right? So let's get into your reading on who will fall in love with you next. So look at this heart. This is very interesting with all these different layers here of this tree and how the circles are intersecting. Let's see what it says on the back. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Ooh, so what I am hearing from Spirit, for those of you drawn to this heart, is that this person who's going to fall in love with you next, you really met them by chance. It feels like destiny, like fate in a way, when you meet this person, because what I'm hearing is under ordinary circumstances, your paths would not have crossed. And so your meeting seems so like fated in a way. It's one of those things where, like maybe someone missed their flight or they missed their bus. And so they hop into the coffee shop or into the bar to grab a drink. And you happen to be there, right? And it's like the only open seat in the place is the one next to you or something like that, right? It's this very, what feels like, I think the term also is kismet. It feels like very lucky and like something out of a storybook or out of a movie on how you guys end up meeting and your paths end up crossing. Maybe even for some of you, this image came to my mind, even though it's like so super duper cheesy, because it came into my mind. I'm guessing it's like divinely led. It's gonna be one of those things where it's like, you trip and you fall and then they catch you. right? Or maybe you slip off of a ladder and land onto them and into their arms, that kind of thing. Or like you spill your drink on them accidentally, right? It's one of like those things you see in movies all the time when people meet. And so that kind of memorable, that's the key thing here is with your meeting. It's going to be very, very memorable. And you're going to be like, WTH, is this for real right now? Okay, so let's find out some astrology about this person because y'all know I love me some astrology. I love exploring people's birth charts to get a better understanding of them and knowing their sun signs, right? And plus, I have those new moon, full moon videos on my channel, y'all know. So let's tap into that energy, shall we? Let's find out more about this person's birth chart and astrology. So. Okay. First out, we have Mercury. Interesting. That actually came out for the first heart. So if you were kind of torn between the first and the second heart, you might want to go check that reading out. It could be that two people, like I said earlier, are going to fall in love with you, or it could be sort of this hybrid mixture of these two readings. We have Capricorn. Oh, interesting. And we also have progressions, journey. Okay, so what's funny is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and that also came out in the first reading. So again, you might be called to listen to that reading as well. So if that is you, go for it after you finish this one, of course. But let's see what we got going on here. So of course, the person that who's going to fall in love with you next could be a Capricorn sun sign or simply have a lot of placements of Capricorn in their chart. Okay, so could even be that their Capricorn, their moon is in Capricorn because that has to do with the emotions, the inner self, or Venus because that has to do with love, okay, and romance. So it could be that those are in the sign of Capricorn, moon and or Venus as well. Now, let's kind of take a look back here. Mercury is obviously going to be a very strong placement in their chart as well. Mercury is associated with Virgo and Gemini. So in case that resonates or is important to any of you as you get to know this person, then take it. If not, doesn't matter, like just discard it, okay? So what I'm seeing here is for you that were drawn to this card is Mercury giving messages is as you lead up to meeting this person, after you've met this person, you're going to notice a lot of signs from spirit. Now, one of the common things that a lot of people know about when it comes to signs from spirits are angel numbers. So it could be repeating sequence of numbers, so like 111, 444, 666, 888, that kind of thing. Or it could even be numbers that are oh my God, why am I blanking on the term? But it's like 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, where it's like mirror image like that, or 2002. So it's numbers like that. Why am I blanking on what those numbers are called? What that kind of orientation is like. They have it with words as well, where it's like the spelling is the same backward and forward. That's gonna bug me now. Hey, if you know, can you please comment that down below? If you know what that word is. Anyways, so you're gonna get a lot of messages. Now, some of you, it could even be things like rainbows or butterflies or shooting stars, whatever it is that makes you pause and feel this insane connection to spirit or this insane connection to something other, something bigger, or this unexplainable feeling of like rightness, where it's like, I just feel so peaceful, blissful, like things just feel right, okay? So you're gonna receive a lot of signs from the universe when it comes to this person, all right? Like maybe when you think about them or when you see them, it's like, oh my God, I'm seeing this really cute image where it's like they ask you out and then it's like, okay, yeah, let's meet at the bookstore at 1 o'clock, and maybe you or they are running a little behind, and when you finally meet up, it's like 1:11. Do you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like cool stuff like that. I'm like so excited for you. So be aware of the signs, okay? When this person is around, because it will be a sign that they've, fallen in love with you. It would be spirit kind of communicating to you. Oh, that is so stinking sweet. Okay. Anyways, or oh my God, or your date. When you have your date, it could be like the numbers are meaningful. So like maybe your date is going to be on June 6th, right? So, well, at least in the US, we put the month, then the date first. So it's going to be like 606, and it's year 2022, right? So it could be something like that, or like you're going to have a first date on, July 17th, right? So 717, something like that. It's gonna, oh my God, it's gonna be so cool. In any case, let me get off that topic right now and let's see what else we got going on here. So what I'm seeing here with this Capricorn and progressions card is that this person is actually on a journey. They have some type of goal or dream that they're trying to achieve when you kind of meet them, when they fall in love with you, whatever the instance may be. Because of course, it could be that you've already met this person, or it could be that you have yet to meet them. This is a general reading, so take whatever situation applies to you, okay? But this person is on a journey. They have some big goals, some big dream that they're trying to achieve, like some things that are coming through. If this resonates with you, of course, hold on to it. If it doesn't, like whatever, you can discard it. But one of their dreams is to, live in another country or visit 10 countries within the next 5 years. Or their goal is to publish their book. Their goal is to release an album. Their goal is to become, general manager within the next year of their job. Their goal is maybe to finish their PhD. Like they're on some journey, on some path where they're trying to achieve something that's very meaningful and very important to them, okay? So I'm sensing a lot of it has to do with a goal when it comes to career or education type thing. I'm not feeling strong like, oh, it's like their weight goal. Their goal is to like lose 10 pounds. It's really nothing like that. Or their goal is to quit smoking. I'm not feeling that as strongly, but they have something that they want to achieve and they're working really hard towards it. And so they're a bit driven here. And what I'm hearing is, they need to be very conscious of their time management. Okay. So it's not going to always be the easiest to just like randomly meet up with them or hang out with them, which is also why your meeting seems to be so faded, right? Because they need to stay on this schedule to meet their goals, but like there was a wrench thrown into the routine on the schedule, and so they had to improvise and be flexible, and then you guys ended up being able to meet, right? Like who knows, maybe they like I said earlier, they missed their bus and it was supposed to take them to work or to campus, and the next bus doesn't come for another 20 minutes, and that's how they ended up walking into a bar or a restaurant or I don't know, coffee shop to grab a bite while they wait, kind of thing. So what I'm also seeing here is I was called to look at this clock. So it's very much divine timing that you all met when you did. And again, this person, like, they were not expecting it. Maybe you weren't even expecting it because their brain has been so focused on whatever this goal is that, like, love wasn't even really on their mind. And it's sort of this pleasant surprise to them. They're like, wow, I wasn't really looking for love. And then I met you. And now it's like, love, 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 love is all around me. And it's like, I have you on my mind. It's insane. Oh, that's so sweet. That is just so stinking sweet. Like, I can't even with that. Oh, loves it. Loves it. Okay, let's see what's going on with their heart energy here. Maybe we'll get some information as well about their romantic patterns and behaviors, their romantic side, right? Let's kind of just take a look, see what's going on with their heart energy on this person who is going to fall in love with you next. Oh, okay. So we have self-worth, values, self-esteem, confidence. Be empowered by valuing yourself. We have no. The answer to your question is no. That's really interesting. Runner, escape from emotion and confusion, on the run. And split energy, options, unfocused, multitasking, decide what you really want. Oh, okay. So I'm definitely hearing that this person, even though they've fallen in love with you, they are feeling rather conflicted here with the whole situation. Wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting that to come through. So now for some people, the reason why is because they do maybe see love as a distraction. All right, because it splits their energy. Like, they want to work hard on this, they want to achieve this goal, but you come into the picture and now their thoughts are like starting to get taken over by you, where it's like, oh my god, I really should be focusing on my studies, on my work, on my artistic project here, but I can't stop thinking about you. Like, you're always on my mind and you're distracting me. So they feel a bit unfocused here. And the thing is, what I'm hearing is they feel like they have to make a choice, one or the other. And Spirit is trying to tell them, no, you don't. You can actually have both. And what's happening here in their heart is they're really struggling with self-worth issues, in the sense that they feel like they can't have it all. There's something from their past, and it's not going to necessarily look exactly like this, where it felt like they couldn't have the success when it comes to career, when it comes to education, and, you know, a loving, lifelong romantic partner at the same time. It's like they had to get one or the other. And maybe it's kind of like they were programmed from childhood to believe like you can't have it all. And so it morphed into this energy of not feeling worthy of things. And so what I'm hearing from them is that when it comes to you, it's almost like they think you're so amazing. They think you're so amazing. It's like, what did I do to deserve this person in my life? And they're afraid that you're going to run. And if they're not afraid you're going to run, then they might run. What I'm hearing is that they get quite uncomfortable with strong emotions here. It's almost like they don't even know what to do with it. When they're so in love with somebody that they feel like they're obsessed, it freaks them the F out. And they're like, oh my God, what am I doing? I feel like such a stalker, such a creeper here, like thinking about this person all the time and like wanting to know what they're up to, wanting to know what they're doing. Like, they feel like they're like kind of creepy and crazy when they think that way. And so they feel like they need to create distance between you. But again, at the same time, they're so drawn to you. So they're really at this sort of push and pull kind of energy. They're doing tug of war within themselves on how they want to address their feelings towards you. Whoa, this is so crazy. And am I picking anything else up from here? Let me just give a moment here and feel into the energies. All that is left to say is that they really do think the world of you. They think you're pretty awesome here. And what What my 2 cents is, it's kind of like they just need to get out of their own way. All right. Okay, let's pull some tarot cards out here and see what else Spirit has to tell us. This is like wild card information. Okay, we're just gonna like see what surprise we can get about this person that's going to fall in love with you next. We're gonna find out more about them and whatever aspect of their personality or their life that Spirit is able to share with us. Okay, so we have the Emperor, Wands, Three of Wands. I just said Wands. Three of Wands to be exact. We have Strength, so Fortitude, which is number 8. Wow, I'm really doing such a bang up job of like reading these cards for you. Queen of Coins. And Knight of Swords. Okay, interesting. So we have a couple of major arcana cards here. So definitely both of you play a big role in each other's lives here, okay? So actually what I'm seeing here with this energy is very interesting. With the Emperor card here and the Queen of Coins, I'm seeing that there is like their outlook and their belief systems are strongly tied to their parents. Maybe their parents were Yes. Okay, this makes sense. Yes. So their parents were workaholics because we have the Queen of Coins, and coins is about career, and we have the Emperor, which is about protection, providing for people, and it kind of fits that stereotype of, the man is the breadwinner of the house. It's like back in the day, I feel like it's shifting now in modern times, but before it was like the man would go to work, the woman would stay home and take care of the house kind of thing. But in this case, both parents were working. Both parents, what I'm feeling and seeing from Spirit is like how this person grew up is that both parents were busy working, so busy working that they hardly had time for them. Okay, and so what this person kind of saw, to go back to like you have to have one or the other, is like if you want to be able to eat and pay for rent, you have to work hard and not spend time with your loved ones, your family members. All right. That's kind of this illusion that they were led to believe in. All right. And so they didn't, because their parents were both so busy working, they didn't actually see a lot of affection between their parents. They didn't see a lot of hugging, kissing, holding hands, that kind of thing. And it could simply be because, their parents were hardly ever in the same room together. They're both so busy, or they're both so busy from work that as soon as they get home, they just want to eat and like go sleep, read, watch TV, sit on the couch kind of thing. And so the parents didn't spend a lot of time in the same room together, and didn't show a lot of physical affection to each other, because I'm sensing that they had to both work very, very hard. Now, the benefit of that was with the Queen of Coins coming through here is that this person grew up in a very nice home. They were well provided for, is what I'm seeing here, and they never had to worry about nice clothing. And this is so random, but they were that kid who, once they were old enough to drive, they were able to get a car. Like their parents were financially stable enough to afford a car for their kid, whether or not it's like they bought a used car, they bought a brand new car, or they did like a hand-me-down, like one of the parents gave their car to this person and then they bought a new car, like whatever the case may be, this person had a car when they were old enough to drive. And so their household was very nice. Like I'm feeling very like middle class kind of energy, working class, working hard. They have a very perseverant nature. Is that even make sense? I feel like that's like a weird use of English. But they have a lot of endurance and a lot of stamina. Like they work hard towards their goals. Like they're not afraid of working hard. That's their thing. They're not afraid of working hard. In fact, they kind of expect it. They expect that they have to work hard to get what they want in life. Which in some cases, yes, that's true, but not all cases. Um, they also have a very strong sense of character. I'm feeling this person has very high morals and ethics. That's what's also coming through about this person here. Um, Now we have the Three of Wands. So they have their eye on their prize. Again, they're looking at this goal that they want to achieve. So that's being confirmed and that's coming through here that this goal, this dream is very, very, very important to them. Now, what's very interesting here is I don't usually get this. In fact, I can't even remember the last time this ever happened. But with this Knight of Swords, I'm sensing sibling energy coming through. Um, Older sibling, as a matter of fact. And what I'm sensing is that, they really look up to this older sibling. And this older sibling is kind of like a second parent to them because their parents were both working hard and away from home a lot. This older sibling had to take care of them when they were younger quite often. And so they really look up to this older sibling. That's really interesting. It could be an older sibling. It's just someone older in general, but kind of in the same age group. So it could be, for some people, a friend, like a best friend. For some people, it could be a family member, like a cousin or something, that if it's not a older sibling. Wow, very, very interesting. So there's a lot of what I'm sensing that's important for you to know about this person is they really don't know how to show love and affection. And they're not super comfortable with talking about it because they just haven't had the experience because their family was like on survival mode, on like get work done, get stuff done, do, that it wasn't a very emotionally rich or emotionally nurturing environment that they grew up in. Now, again, not to say that like they were hard up or their life was suffering tremendously because of it, because again, they grew up in a very nice neighborhood, a nice home. They were provided for, like, they were able to go to college. Like their family had money to do things. Maybe they weren't rolling in the dough like a celebrity or millionaire, but they had resources. And the thing that you need to know is like, hey, they just didn't they don't know how to communicate their emotions. So you have to be a little bit patient with them when it comes to that. You have to be a little bit patient with them when they feel like they want to run away or they want to shut down or they want to pull away because the emotions are so strong and intense. Have a bit of patience with them. I guess if feel for them back, okay? If you don't feel for them, then maybe you can just be a friend to them and support them and whatever your comfort is like. But if you reciprocate those feelings, have patience with them. Here we have this rabbit. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is that they might be a bit skittish when it comes to love, when it comes to saying out loud how they're feeling. So have patience with them. What I'm hearing is like, don't laugh at them when they fumble over their words or when they do something silly or they say something where it's like, oh my God, are you for real with saying that? Like, are you from another planet? And in a way, they are kind of from another planet. Like they grew up a bit differently from you. And so, try to create as welcoming and as open an environment as possible for them to talk about their feelings. And you might even have to ask them about it, okay? With the Knight of Swords, I'm feeling there's this energy of needing to communicate, okay? And allow them to speak out their truth about what they're feeling and what they're going through on the inside, okay? Because, this career, their dreams, their goals, it's like they're really good on that front. But when it comes to their heart energy, they're not as further along as you are. or maybe some other people, okay? So just have some patience with them. Oh, they seem like a really, really sweet person regardless, okay? Their feelings are genuine and they're good people at heart. It's just, the communication about emotions is not the strongest. So if this reading resonated with you and you enjoyed it here, like, comment, and subscribe down below, of course, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on other readings. You can go to another reading by clicking this link right up here. And for those of you that are ready to dive even deeper beyond just a tarot reading, I do encourage you to connect with me. I'm here to coach and help people through a spiritual awakening, through learning more about the law of attraction, having personal development here when it comes to manifesting your dreams and your goals. So if that is you, definitely schedule a discovery call with me. The link to do so is in the description box down below. I'd love to connect with you and see if we're a good match to work together. Alrighty, so everybody, sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And for those of you that were drawn to this third heart here, let me know in the comments down below who you are and where you are tuning in from. What? So let's find out more about who will fall in love with you next. What an interesting picture, huh? We got a lot going on here. We got this tree, we got this cross, this star, this like Eye of Horus, and hearts and spirals. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on here. Let's see what it says on the back. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Oh, okay. So this person, what I'm getting, this person that is going to fall in love with you next, they are not afraid of showing it and letting you know. And for a good portion of you that were drawn to this card, this person may even be coming off a bit strong. Like they may be all up in your face. Maybe you're not in a position or in a place where you can reciprocate those feelings. Or make time for them, but they are still going strong. And what I'm hearing is like they let everybody know how they feel about you. It's like they are not even shy. They're not even embarrassed. They don't want to keep it a secret. And you know what's interesting for some of you, what I'm hearing is that, oh my gosh, some of you may actually be in a relationship already, and this person, they don't even care. They are like the honey badger. They don't even give an F. They're like, that person that you're with, that's not who you should be with. You should be with me. Oh my God, that sounds like some songs. Have you heard those songs before? It's like where the singer is talking about how the person that they're singing this song to or that they're dedicating this song to is with the wrong person, and that person that you should be with me. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, what a drama. I'm hearing now. Maybe some of you like find that very amusing and entertaining, and maybe some of you aren't feeling it. But hey, regardless, this person, they don't care. They're in love with you and they're not afraid to show it, and they will do everything they can to win you over. Like, they are not playing. Like in their mind, this is wild. They're coming through very strongly, just so that you know, as I'm like channeling this energy, this person has a very strong and very loud presence. It's like they get what they want. Like when they have their eye on something, they are gonna go for it like 1,000%, which I really hate saying things like 1,000%, because there's like no such thing to me when it comes to someone giving their efforts, right? In any case, they go all out here and they will do whatever they can to woo you. And what's so interesting, what I'm hearing, it's like they're doing what they think would be the best way to win you over. And part of what's making it hard for you to receive and reciprocate is like, you prefer to be wooed in a certain way and they're just not picking that up. And maybe there's an edge of stubbornness on your part, their part, or both your parts when it comes to confronting this issue. It's like, well, I want to be wooed by having a romantic dinner out, and this person is like, yeah, let's go on this date where we go mountain biking. And you're like, no, that's not what I want to do. I want you to take me out to dinner, right? Like, it could be something along those lines where it's like your idea of a romantic date is different from theirs, but this is how they are trying to show you that they want to win you over, that they love and care for you. Wow, definitely very different energy than what came through with the first two readings. Like the energy in those two readings was a little bit softer, a little bit um, um, uncertain in some cases, like that kind of thing. Very subtle energy, and like this energy is like totally in your face. I can't. So funny. Um, I'm feeling too. This person can get very jealous. Like and it's not even like jealous over other suitors. It's just like jealous over other people wanting to spend time with you. It's almost like they see that you are giving your dog or your pet attention and you're cuddling and snuggling with them. And it's like they wish that you were cuddling and snuggling up to them instead. Like it doesn't have to make sense. It's just like how they feel and how they behave. Like that's how crazy they are about you. They just love you. They're just jealous of like of anything that takes up your time and attention. It's so funny, but at the same time, it's like really cute. I don't know. You be the judge of that, okay? This is a reading about who's gonna fall in love with you next, not necessarily that you're gonna fall in love with them, okay? that's totally your free will there. So let's take a look at some astrology, okay? Because you know me, I love me some astrology. I have my new moon and full moon videos, and I like learning about people's birth charts and their sun signs and stuff. So, speaking of sun signs, we have Sagittarius, so they could definitely be a Sagittarius as their sun sign, or it could even be their moon or their Venus are in Sagittarius, as those planets do play a role in romance. We have the 10th house, authority. And we have ninth house, exploration. Oh, wow. Very, very interesting here because we actually didn't get houses for the other readings. So definitely this reading is taking its own unique flavor and shape here. Okay, so what I'm seeing here about this person's astrology is their career. So 10th house is like your occupation, like what role do you serve in society, all right? And so what I'm seeing here with the 10th and the ninth house coming out together is they could have a career in education. They could have a career in spirituality or religion. They could have a career in, oh my gosh, travel. Sorry, I'm like, why did I go on a blank? Travel industry or tourism, that type of thing. So education, so again, they could be a professor, they could be a coach, they could be, maybe they could even be someone that does like training for their company where they teach people how, their jobs and how to work here, that kind of thing. And again, tourism industry, they could be a pilot, they could be a flight attendant, they could be a tour guide. Maybe what I'm hearing is there could even be like a translator, okay, for some people. And what was, so tourism, travel industry, spirituality, religion. So it's not necessarily that they're like a preacher or that they're a rabbi or whatever. It could be that they are, they work in finance for the church or human resources, right? Something along those lines. So they could have that role in that industry as well. Especially because ninth house and Sagittarius actually go together, okay? So the ninth house is a lot of Sagittarius energy. So that's why, as far as the career goes, that's coming through very, very strongly. Now, what I hear as well about this person is very energetic, very playful. So that's part of why they're not shy about how they feel. Several of my friends are Sagittarians and they talk about who they like all the time. like who they're crushing on. They're not shy to say like, oh my God, I really have this huge crush on this person. And like, they're not afraid of showing it, you know, when they're interested in somebody. It's like when I'm out with my friends, when my Sagittarius friends think someone is cute, oh my God, they say it. And they definitely be giving that person the eye. Like they be staring and ogling this person. And I'm like, oh my God, like you are staring so hard at that person. Like I feel embarrassed, but that's just me. They're not embarrassed. They don't care. They want this person to know. And they don't mind striking up a conversation with somebody. So they're very bold, they're very brave, they're very courageous and daring when it comes to love. Oh, I like it. I like this energy, like so ballsy. Definitely, I don't have the balls to do that to someone I'm crushing on. I'm definitely on the shy side when it comes to that, even though I'm much more open when it comes to like friends and workplace and things like that. But when it comes to like romance, I'm like super duper shy. But enough about me. What else am I seeing here with this person? There's something about this authority that wants to come through, although I'm not so sure it's ready to come through yet. I feel like more of it's going to come out when I pull these other cards. But something that's coming through right now is that they are seen as an authority. So they are someone that could be in a leadership position at their job, someone who knows what they're talking about, who has some type of expertise, which hi, now that I'm thinking about it and saying about it, like, duh, that makes sense, if especially if they're a teacher or a trainer, or a like someone again who onboards people at their job, right? Where it's like, I'm going to train you how to do something. So of course they have this natural authority built into their aura, into their presence, where it's like, oh, this person knows how to do stuff. So if I have any questions about my job, I'm going to go ask them, right? And duh, with teacher, like that makes sense as well. The other thing here too, which is really interesting, is in authority, we have the word author. And so for some people, this person has written books. And it could be the case, you know, if they're a college professor or something like that. I know several college professors have written books. And so they are a published authority. Okay, let's see what's going on with their heart. What's going on in their heart energy, their romantic history, their romantic energy, their heart. I mean, obviously this person is like so open and so willing to to let people know that they are crushing hardcore on them. But let's see, maybe a little bit deeper. What's beneath the surface here? Let's see if Spirit can shed some light on that. Oh, we have split energy. Oh, we have ascend, expansion, evolution, universal intelligence, stay connected to Spirit. We have stuck, block, third party, silence, barrier, shift your focus to clear the energy. And we have perception, red flags, delusion, perspective, see through your own false beliefs. Okay, what an interesting kind of spread here with these cards we got going on. So with Ascend, Sagittarius is actually a very spiritual sign, okay? It connects us to what's beyond us, okay? Sagittarius has this urge and this desire to know more about the world, okay? To explain things beyond just their own little cosmos, okay? Their microcosm here. Like they don't just want to know what's going on in their country. They want to know what's going on in other countries. They don't just want to know why someone believes what they believe, or what someone believes. They want to know why they believe what they believe, okay? Let me explain that because I feel like I fumbled on the words there. It's like, it's not enough for them to know like what your favorite place to eat is. They want to know, why do you like that place? Is it the ambiance? Is it the staff there? Is it the quality? Is it the sort of presentation, right? They want to know deeper things in general. Like that's just who they are in general. They don't want to just know, like, again, what your favorite place to eat is. They want to know what your favorite dish is. Like, why do you like ordering that? Is that your favorite type of food? Do you like vegan food? Do you like meats? Do you like strawberries? Do you like fresh fruits? Like they just want to know more. They're very curious individuals because they have a desire to understand the world around them. Okay, and like fit all these pieces into their understanding of existence, why things are the way they are. Okay, so they're very deep thinkers here. And the thing is, they don't come off that way when you first meet them. Okay, they they almost seem a bit simple at first when you meet them, but as you get to know them, as you dive deeper into their identity and their personality, you realize that they're they have a lot of depth to them. Okay, that's not readily apparent. Okay, so this card energy was a bit different and separate from these other ones. So what I'm feeling here about their heart is they have a little bit of ADD because they have so many interests, because they want to know more. They don't have the best ability when it comes to focusing and concentrating. Okay, they're easily excitable, they're easily distracted. What I'm hearing is like, you know that cartoon with like the dog where it's like squirrel, and they like lift their head up and they perk up and they're in the middle of doing something and then they hear a noise, oh, squirrel, 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 right? It's like that's kind of their personality here. Like they're easily derailed, they're easily pulled off track here. And that's definitely something that they can work on. um, but but the thing is, they have the energy for it. You know, like it's like some people will get worn out just watching them and trying to keep up with them. But for them, it's like this is just a normal day. Like they want to do everything and they want to do as much as they can throughout the day. What I'm hearing, which is an interesting part of their personality, is they're like not one to take a nap. They are bursting with energy. They want to get things done. They want to do things and they want to explore to their heart's content. What I'm hearing is their heart has a lot of space, and that they have a lot of interest, honestly. Like, yeah, you're a big interest to them, but they also have a lot of things that they're passionate about. And it's whatever's kind of in front of them that tends to take a lot of their attention and be at the receiving end of their focus. Yeah. Now here, what I'm seeing is this energy of being all over the place can really work against them when it comes to other people. Okay, because other people do perceive them as sort of like a puppy or as childish or as a bit obsessive. At times, it's this. That's just how people perceive them. It's not always necessarily true. Okay, it's like, yeah, they can be obsessive. They can appear obsessive when you see them because they're really talking about that and really diving deep and going on and on about this one thing. But when there's something else that's taking their attention, it's like they're obsessed with that, right? Okay, so it's like, oh my God, I'm really obsessed with working out and getting my body on point when I'm at the gym. But then when I go to work, I'm really obsessed with my lecture and making sure my students know what's going on and that, you know, my passengers are taken care of on their flight and that they're comfortable. And then when they go home, it's like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. I want to check your social media. I want to see what you're up to, what you're doing. I want to DM you. I want to text you, right? And so it's like when they're into something in the moment, they're like hella into it to the point where they look obsessed until the next thing comes and takes their attention, okay? Now, in that sense too, they can get really stuck in certain energies, and they can get stuck in the position that they are in their life right now, right? Where it's like they don't get to move forward as quickly as they maybe want to, or as quickly as other people think they should be with their goals, because they're so easily distracted. It's like, you know, even though they're an author here, They have like a lot of unfinished other books, like books that they've started but didn't finish yet, right? That if they would just sit down and focus, they'd maybe have published 5 books instead of the one. You know what I'm saying? Or they have a lot of lesson plans that are not finished, or they have a lot of sermons or projects at home that maybe they're not finished with yet because they keep getting distracted. So their heart is in a lot of different places at once, and they have a lot of different passions and interests. So very, very interesting here. Definitely the type of person who you will not get bored of, right? They keep you entertained. They have a lot going on. And really what I'm hearing with this person is it's like a great match for them is someone who will go along for the ride. Someone who can ground and anchor them so that they're able to achieve their full potential here is what I'm hearing from Spirit. And it takes a very special person to be able to put up with their energy, okay? Because they have a lot of it. And their energy for a lot of people can come off as a bit overwhelming, a bit intense, all right? This person has a lot of dreams as well, is what I'm hearing. So they have a lot of interest, they have a lot of dreams, they have a lot of things that they want to accomplish in their life. And it's hard for them to decide what to do next. It's almost like it's a toss-up, right? It's like the roll of a die as to what's gonna really interest them and take up their interest next. It's like, what's the obsession of the week kind of thing with them, okay? Very interesting person here. Okay, let's pull some tarot out. We got some wild card energy coming out with the tarot here, where it's like, ooh, okay, what does Spirit want to share with us about this person that's going to fall in love with you next? Okay, one more shuffle here. And let's do a cut. And let's see what this first card is that jumped out. I'm not surprised that it jumped out because clearly this person has a lot of energy. So we have, 6 of Cups. So very, right off the bat with this, very childlike energy, childlike wonder, childlike enthusiasm. Like they're very excitable, in case you didn't know that already. Okay, 3 of Major Arcana. So 3 of Coins. What was I thinking? 3 of Major Arcana here. We have Empress. We have the 9 of Coins. Yes, I'm getting it together for y'all, guys. I'm getting it together. 4 of Coins. And the Tower. Oh, what? The Tower. Okay. Ooh. So what I am getting from this energy here is they've had a lot of Tower moments in their life where things kind of like fell apart, okay? Where it's like things didn't go well in one of their classes in school. Things didn't go well in a relationship. Things didn't go well at a job, you know? And it's, again, because a lot of people just did not know how to work with this ADD, ADHD kind of energy, because to them, they perceived it as very chaotic, okay? And it's like some people just can't deal with that. They can't deal with that energy. And so, you know, a lot of broken hearts here on their end, but also on their lover's end, where it's just like, hey, I just can't deal with this. Like, this is all too much, so I don't want to be with you anymore. So that kind of energy. So a lot of broken hearts here in this person's past. A lot of people that, again, maybe just abandoned them or have kept their distance because they just couldn't deal with all of this person's energy, okay? And at work, it can really be hard for them to stay focused on something. They really need someone around to help keep them on track, whether that's an assistant, whether it's their superior, their boss. They definitely need someone to keep them organized, okay? And that's led to a lot of challenges, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of heartache in their life, a lot of struggles in that regard. I'm also seeing here they're really close with their mother. It seems like, or they're a mother figure in their life, whether that's an older sister, a grandma, an aunt, godmother. That was random, but yeah, godmother, something like that. They're really close with them because this person had the patience, is what I'm hearing. This person had the patience, and that's coming through with this Four of Coins because it's like they just can't sit still. But like looking at these two, like the hair is very similar, the hairstyle here, and the skin tone is very similar. So what I'm sensing is this person had a lot of patience for them, and so they're really close with them, and it's like they need someone that has that patience and that willingness to stick it through, because this person has a lot of love to give, okay, for the right person, you know, for the right match. This person is going to be a wonderful joy to have in someone's life, but they just need to find the right person that can keep up with their energy, but at the same time has the patience. They need someone who is very stabilizing. That's what's coming through with the Nine of Coins. Very, very interesting. So, you know, I'm able to tell you more about this person by sharing what they actually need in their life. And then what I'm getting for those of you that were drawn to this third heart, where it's like you get to decide now, is this someone that you would choose to be in a relationship with, romantically anyway? Or is this someone that you need to maybe sit down and talk to and let them know, like, hey, I can tell clearly that you have feelings for me, but I don't feel the same way, right? So we'll see. We'll see. It's up to you if you like this energy or not. But they need someone who's a bit the opposite of them, you know, like they're all over the place. They need that influence of someone who's very focused, very stable, very secure here, who's very patient, very grounded. You know, this person, what I'm getting to is this person, they don't really have limitations, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. But in a challenging form is like they don't have limitations, so they're very prone to splurging, like overeating, over drinking, overspending, spending too much money on things, very extravagant, right? Again, their heart is very strong and their heart just leads the way sometimes. And it's, you know, if they feel like they want to buy everybody gifts, they'll buy everyone gifts, even if they don't have the finances for it. If they feel like they want to try these different dishes at the restaurant, even though their stomach doesn't have the capacity to it, they'll order all these different dishes. You know, they're very YOLO kind of energy, right? YOLO life, living it all out, you know, again, going 1,000% in on everything. So they need someone that's going to counterbalance that energy and keep them grounded. Because again, they're like a child and they're very prone to overindulgence here. But they're really fun to be around. You know, that's what I can definitely say about my Sagittarius friends, is they're super fun to be around. And I love hanging out with them and spending time with them. But whether or not that's a good match as far as a long-term romantic relationship, that's up to you, you know, if that's something you can be a part of. Wow, this person sounds at the very least interesting, right? And they'll keep you on your toes, they'll keep you engaged. So let me know what resonated with you in this reading. Really like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and turn the notifications on so you don't miss any readings. You can go to another reading by clicking this link right up here in the top right corner. And for those of you that are wanting to go deeper than just tarot card readings here on your personal journey, on your spiritual awakening journey, do reach out to me. I'd love to pass on my knowledge and my wisdom and my experience and expertise in the realm of spiritual awakening, law of attraction, manifestation, things along those lines. So you can connect with me via a discovery call. The link to do so is in the description box down below. Schedule a meeting with me. I'd love to connect with you and see if we're a great fit. And I would be a great asset to have along your journey. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you in that regard. And to everybody, sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.